Welcome to the Longines Global Champions Tour here in Madrid. But actually, I'm catching up with Brazilian rider Doda de Miranda. Now, Doda, we're here in Madrid, but you yourself have had several wins in Grand Prix on the Longines Global Champions Tour. It's a big part of your career.
Yes, for sure. Always when you win a Global Champions Tour Grand Prix, I think it's after Olympic Games is the biggest thing that a rider can have, and I'm very glad to see how good is Global Tour for the sport. You know, I think for sure it's the best thing happened for our sport in the last years.
And from your point of view, I mean, you've won medals at Olympic Games, you've medals at top championships. Your career yourself, what has been your proudest moment so far?
I think as in the Olympic Games was the first medal in '96 because I was the youngest Brazilian. I was 23 years old, and was quite a big pressure for me. And we got the bronze medal. It was the first medal from Brazil in the history. But after that, I think it's for sure in the Global Tour. When you win a Grand Prix, it's so hard because you have all the best riders, the best horses, and it's very, you know, you need to keep focused after round one, round two, and then the horse fresh and fit for the jump off. It's a big thing. I think we feel a little bit like a Formula One pilot after the race. You know, when you succeed, is wonderful.
Absolutely. And last year you won in Valkenswaard, which is close to your home base in Europe, of course, literally hundreds of yards away. So, I mean, that was a big celebration, I'm sure.
That was a huge celebration because I feel today Holland is my second home. You know, I love my country. I go there very often. But I mean, I live now there in Holland already for a few years, and I feel home as well. And it was great to see everybody happy also when I won there. You know, I felt home. Very good.
Well, talking about going back home, Brazil, of course, you're looking forward to 2016 with the next Olympic Games that comes there. As a team, as a person, the Longines Global Champions Tour is obviously going to be part of that build-up.
Sorry.
The Longines Global Champions Tour for the Olympic Games, jumping at this level, is certainly going to be a part of that build-up.
It's for sure, because today I think when the riders they speak with the chef d'équipe, you know, about selection, they are very looking forward to see how we manage to jump the Global Tour shows, because when you are good here, you can be good at any competition, and also Olympic Games.
And the extra pressure that is probably starting to build already towards those Olympic Games in 2016 for you personally and for your potential teammates.
I think we have a big pressure there, but it's a positive pressure. No, it's like in soccer when you have a team playing at home. You know, we have the support from the Brazilian people, and it's going to be very nice. But of course, we need to manage that in the right direction, because it's going to be a big pressure.
I was going to say, and probably a very different party to that of London in 2012 with the Brazilian feel to it.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
And you yourself this year, World Equestrian Games, and of course each leg of the Longines Global Champions Tour. What is your plan for 2014?
2014, unfortunately in the beginning of the year I had my best horse Bogeno. He was injured in America without jumping, but he's starting now to work and he looks very good. I hope I can get him for Normandy, for the WAG. Now I'm riding Uche. That is my third horse today, but he's improving a lot. He did some good shows in Florida, but he's not at the same level as Bogeno or Drosseldan. But what is good also, Drosseldan is very good. I hope I can start jumping him in the big shows now in June. Then if I'm lucky, I can have the three of them together, and I hope I can be part of the team to support my country one more time in the WAG.
I was going to ask you though, I mean, three fantastic horses there in Florida. Your preparation through from January to March, like many now, actually brings you match fit, ready for these big competitions for the Longines Global Champions Tour.
Yes, because before, it's my second year in Florida, but now I think we have a lot of very good riders there. The prize money also increased a lot, and I think it's because of Global Tour. You know, I think all the Grand Prix now they put more money because Global was completely different from the others, and that's making the sport, the evolution of the sport, unbelievable. And it's very competitive. and instead of being here in the indoors, being there, I think we can get already for the big shows here very fit.
You mentioned Drosseldan and also Bogino in there. Tell me a little bit about those two, because they are two fantastic horses.
They are wonderful horses. It's funny because I discovered how good was Bogeno when Drosseldan was injured, because he was always my first choice, Drosseldan. And for the Olympic Games in London, he was not so good, and I had Bogeno only for 5 months. And then I said, I go with Bogeno. And there he proved to me, that he was much better than what I expected. And we did a very nice couple. He's a wonderful horse. And both, they are different, they are very clever. Drosseldan is a fighter. He's not spectacular when you see him jumping, but he's so clever. And both are very competitive. That is very good, because I know that when I'm with them in a jump-off, if I ride good, they can get me the first prize.
And they've both given you the first prize in Doha and also in Valkenswaard.
Yes. Yes.
So we know they're very good. Now, from your point of view as well, taking us away from horses a moment, Brazilians very much into their football. What do you do to relax?
I like soccer very much. In our barn in Holland, I built one soccer field there, and we used to play once a week. But after it was getting a little bit dangerous, not to get injured. But especially during the show in Valkenswaard, we invite all the riders and we play together. That day in Valkenswaard, after the Grand Prix, we celebrate playing football, but everybody together. It's super fun, when you have all the friends like that. It's also a very good sport to keep you fit, and I love to play soccer, but I'm not good on that.
I thought it was inbred. I thought Brazilians were all good at soccer.
No, most of them, but it's not my case.
And of course, yourself, Rodrigo Pessoa, you've got a very strong group of Brazilian riders.
Yes, we have a very strong group of riders and very good young talents now. We have Marlon Zonatelli, and also the boy that rides in California, Eduardo Menezes, is a very good rider. Boy that came from Brazil now, Yuri Mansour, that did a great World Cup now in the last World Cup games in Lyon, World Cup final in Lyon. I think we have very good riders, and what I like very much today is the union of the team, because it's not easy to have a very nice group like that. You can talk together, we are supporting each other, and we have also Pedro Venes. We are a good group of riders.
And coming outside of the Brazilian team, of course, your wife competing here on the Longines Global Champions Tour as well. She's produced amazing rounds, worked so hard. She came through the 2-star classes, is now serious contender in the 5 stars, has jumped a lot of clears, and is, I would put down to probably win one.
Yes, she's unbelievable, because I think the secret of her success is the love that she has for the horses, She loves so much, and she's such a hard worker, It took 4 or 5 years for her to buy a real Grand Prix horse, and she never bought a star, All the horses that she bought, of course, they were very good for this level, but she made them better with her than they were before, and she worked so hard, It's people, they cannot imagine how she's into horses and how she's breathing and thinking. Sometimes we go for holidays to spend 5 days, and after 3 days she wants to fly back to see the horse and ride. We did that more than 10 times, like to already have a week paid in a resort, and after 2-3 days we go back, because she's only talking about horse. It's real. I'm very proud of her, of course, and also it's not easy I'm the trainer of my wife on the sport. It's very difficult for both of us, but she makes it so easy, because she's a good learner and she listens a lot, and she's very intelligent, and she has always the right opinion. When she goes out from the arena, she never blames the horse, never blames. She's always try to see what she could do better to improve, and then I'm sure she's going to be on the top of the sport in a few years.
She did very well at the European Championships last year. But what's it like being able to compete and travel as a husband and wife couple?
I think it's very good, but it's hard to get holidays like that, because we are always, like I said, always talking about horse, but it's our passion. We love to do that, and it's every weekend in the horse show almost. But the proof is like when I told you that we sometimes we find a week free, and then we cannot stay more than 3-4 days, and we go back for the horses.
And you yourself, your family as well, we occasionally see those at the shows here too. You're very much a family man, and what a lot of people don't see as well is a lot you do to make sure everybody gets everything they deserve and is well looked after.
I think that's very important. It's the way that I was bred, you know. I think in life the most important thing is health. You know, all the material stuff, it's good because we can do things that we can enjoy a lot also, you know. But without health, without the love of your family and your friends, you get nowhere. And I'm a very happy person, and I'm sure that I can. Doesn't matter what if tomorrow I have, you know, I have no money. I can be very, very happy as well, you know, and also with horses. It's so important that, you know, and family, like you said, you know, I love my family, and I love one of the things that makes me more happy is when I can do something good for someone else. Doesn't matter if it's my family or my friend, but when I know that someone needs my support, and it's most of the time it's not financial support, but it's a word or, you know, it's 2 minutes sometimes that makes the difference. And that's making much happier than when I receive something from someone.
Well, Doda, I can honestly say you're a great ambassador for the sport, and actually just brings me to one more question. Where did Doda come from?
This is funny because that was my father. I have this nickname since I'm 2 years old because I was trying to say something in Portuguese that was completely wrong, but it was sounding like Doda. And my father laughed, and he started to laugh and say that, and then I started to repeat more and more. And it's funny because at school everybody was calling me not Alvaro but Doda, and that's why last year I changed my name in FEI to put Doda because everybody knows me as Doda, and I think it's also easier to spell than Alvaro.
Much easier, much easier. But thank you very, very much for joining us, and your thoughts on the Grand Prix and for the series itself. Who do you think will be top of the series this year, aside from yourself, of course?
I think we have, as always in Global Tour, you know, it's very hard to point one rider. You know, they are all very, very looking forward to win this series, becoming every year more important to win that. But I think like Ben Meyer is very strong for the moment. Also Scott Brash, but you have also Marco Zenin now in a great form. It's hard to say. I mean, that's what makes you so excited, you know, because you cannot point one favorite for that. I think you have this year like 10 riders that we can see that is very possible to be the winner, and I hope it stays until the last one in Doha, like last year that I think Scott was 9th or 8th and he won. It's wonderful. I'm sure it'll come right down to the wire again. Doda, we wish you the very, very best of luck for the season, and to Athena as well. Good luck to both of you. Thank you very much for joining us. A real pleasure. And we'll see you all very soon, but thank you to Doda de Miranda. Thank you very much. Thank you.